Conversations continue to entertain you here on the Now Morning Show, because up next we are talking the Zante Carnival and Theatre Arts Camp. And to have that conversation, I am joined by the founder and director of the Zante Camp, Dara Healy, no stranger to the Now Morning Show, and Miss Nia Thompson, the head coordinator of the camp, to tell me more. So ladies, good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Tell me immediately, what does Zante mean?
Okay.
Because the word itself is not English, yes?
It's one of our patois words, and it means to show off or play yourself.
Proper things.
So, you never hear somebody say, I'm going to Zante my body. Well, now you have.
No, I didn't. I'm going to use that in a sentence later today. You're going to Zante your body. You're going to show off and play yourself.
I'm going to show off and play myself. It's about freedom. It's about, expressing yourself to your fullest.
So generally, we get that sense of, Zante, if you will, from Carnival. We play ourselves. Theatre allows us to become someone else on stage. So how does this particular camp distinguish itself from similar entities?
So at Zante, we want to make sure that children see Carnival as part of their whole lived experience and not as something that is separate or that happens once a year. There's a lot of negativity around our Carnival, and through the camp we want to counter that. We want to show children that you can have fun through Carnival, you can learn, but also that you can build a successful career from Carnival. And because of that, we teach them skills like wire bending. People like to say, oh, this dying and that dying. No. Send your children to Zante and they learn how to wire bend, they learn how to stilt walk, they learn how to dance, they learn how to do all kinds of things. So
love it. I really am excited about that notion that it's not seasonal. We adults can appreciate that over the years, but does that mean that it takes place throughout the year?
So that is... Historically, it's happened every July, August vacation, but now we want to extend the experience. So through our Camberley Performing Arts Company, we are starting our junior company, and so we are giving children who take part in Zante to be part of the company going forward. So throughout the year, and they might also have an opportunity to perform with us on stage at Carnival time for Camberley and for other plays as well.
Fantastic. Now, Nia, that means that you have a lot of work to do. So tell me a little bit about facilitators, because there are a host of things that are offered at this camp.
Yeah, so we draw on our facilitators from people who are working in the industry. So obviously, if we're stilt walking, we get stilt walkers to come in, and by the end of the camp, the children are stilt walking on their own without support, and you can see that creates a sense of pride in them. Like they surprise themselves mostly, and they are excited to learn. They're excited to do it, and we actually see continuity. So we talk about they have children having the opportunity to perform with us. Some of our cast members from Camberley started in Zante.
Makes sense. Succession planning is a very important part of any entity.
Absolutely.
And if you're talking about persons making sure that they continue to share the greatness of our season and our theatrics, if you will, it makes complete sense. Totally understand. Tell me a little bit as to how long the camp runs, though, because if you're saying initially it was a Java thing, July, August vacation, what are we looking at for a calendar?
Well, this year we're doing 4 weeks. So it's Monday to Friday, 9 to 3, and it's a lot. We jam pack a lot in there, so they don't have a lot of downtime. So sometimes when you go to camp, they have playtime and downtime and free time. We don't really have playtime. It's learning old time games, and you're still learning, you're still engaging. Free time, you're learning dance, you're learning to sing, so you see them practicing, and they put on a performance at the end of the 4 weeks. So it's intense. We have parents complaining, well, not complaining, happy, that when they receive their children at the end of the day, they are exhausted.
Woohoo!
They are wiped out. They sleep for the entire night, and then they wake up in the morning excited to come back, ready to go again. So that's our aim, to really jam pack.
Exhaust the children.
Yes.
I was going to ask then what age group we're looking at, though.
Yeah, so we're looking at 5 to 10. But we do take 4 to 12-year-olds, depending on the age group. That age, it's more engaging, it's more impactful, and we can see the track the active changes in them.
In terms of registration itself, has it closed already for this session?
No, we're still open to registration. We have a Google form, and you can check our Facebook and Instagram page, Zante Theatre and Carnival Camp. So you could just go on the page, or you could go check Cambule page, and we have all the information on how to register. It's a link, it's a Google form, so it's pretty easy to just sign up online or call the numbers.
When we talk about the Cambly performance, I have seen it. And we have seen an increase of persons actually making the effort to come and experience it. But do we think that this is something that we're going to take regionally abroad outside of the season? As you mentioned, the goal, extending the period of time that we have these camps and these entities beyond the carnival calendar.
Absolutely. So we have been receiving a number of requests to perform at TNT-inspired carnivals abroad. So we're going to keep it a little secret for now, but we're going to
She says after she talks about the fact that they have the invitation.
I know.
But that means, I asked because, again, that's succession planning, because that takes a lot of prep. That takes a lot of work, generally that specific production.
Yes.
But I wondered as well, with the camp, what sorts of prep we are looking at as well?
Oh, well, the children, as Nia was saying, they are on the go all the time, and they actually make their own set. They make their own costumes and so on, but help from the aunties, of course. Yeah. But the learning happens where they themselves, at the end of the camp, when we do the final showcase, they understand how to maybe wheel cardboard into a door and a window, and they understand how theatre teaches you discipline, and so they understand when it's time for cue. I mean, we don't baby them, so they have the script and they go through the dialogue. They have to learn cues. They have to know entrance, exits. If we have lighting and sound and they're mic'd, it's the whole thing. So we don't baby them at all. And you see them and they come out and they learn their lines, and it's amazing. So we want to invite you to actually come to the final showcase.
Listen to me, I'm marking my calendar with so many events, because particularly seeing young persons embrace the carnival and theatre worlds at an earlier age, I think changes the conversation.
Yeah.
When you initially spoke about the inception of Zante, it was to make sure that the negatives attributed to the carnival space are no longer there. So in terms of the conversations, the learnings, the actual facilitators' interactions with the students, are there specific things that you make sure that you share with the students so they have the right cognizance?
Absolutely. So I am a dancer choreographer, and I always do soca dancing. But in the soca dancing, I ask them, whoever hear about Lord Kitchener? And, and I show them the step, the kick-out step, at least. And often they don't know about Lord Kitchener. And so but we teach all the time. We teach, and we teach about, do you know even spirituality? Do you know about Ganesh? Do you know about the indigenous peoples? Do you know? So it is learning, and they don't know they're learning. They're just having fun, and so it's through costuming. It's through using their voice. It's through understanding how to manage your space. We did a camp at Easter time, and we were doing a scene without words. And one of the young girls, she had a basket, and she was supposed to do something, and she didn't have an actual basket, but in the mime she put down the basket, and I was like, oh my gosh. I know grown actors who get both, where did you put the thing that you had in your hand? So it's learning about understanding, and it's building self-confidence as well, and it's building an awareness of the world around you, and team building. It's about tolerance for others and for other cultures. So all of that we pack into Zante.
Good luck to the NE team.
To follow up on that, I think we do all calypsos. So last year, by the end of the camp, they were singing Dingole in their off time. They knew shadow dance. So in terms of removing some of the stereotypes of carnival, that's how we would focus on doing it, by introducing all the elements, so they know about the traditional characters, and we give them a history of where the character came from, what the character does, what the character means. So they would do the Blue Devil movements. They know what the jab jab is. They know what the pero is. The purpose of the pero, the pero is the speech. The purpose are the movements of the midnight robber, etc.
It sounds like something that I hope continues not just for the students and the children, not just during the August vacation, but as an endeavor that will continue to help our carnival legacy, our theatre worlds grow exponentially. So let me say thank you very much for the efforts that you all put in, the time, the resources, and confirm how can they still register, Neil? Because registration is still open, yes?
Yes,
Nice.
on Facebook, Instagram, Zante, Carnival and Theatre Camp.
I'd just like to say one thing very quickly, in that we also have opportunities for vulnerable children to come to the camp free of charge. And so we are offering people who want to sponsor children from vulnerable communities to just contact us and let us know. And every year we make sure that there are scholarships for children who cannot afford to come to camp to come free of charge.
All right, so we're ending on a high note here on the Now Morning Show. The goodness of Carnival and theatre are in good hands. Thank you very much, the ladies of Zante. And this morning, to all of our guests for joining us, Mr. Q, Natasha, the team, we all say have a fantastic morning and join us tomorrow here on the Now Morning Show. Bye, guys.
When I get this feeling is